And begin.
Back up, dude. Back up. Back up.
This is Bill. You might recognize him from the Washington Gun Law YouTube channel, where he analyzes laws and legislation impacting our gun rights. Bill reached out to me after taking my Target Focus clinic and said that he loved the course so much that he wanted to practice the techniques in person. So he and his son traveled from Washington to Tennessee, and we're gonna practice the drills and techniques covered in the program. And you'll find out if the Washington gun lawyer can shoot guns as well as he can defend your right to own them, and whether this training program actually works. What's up?
How you doing?
How was the trip?
It was great, man. Your state's fantastic. No, I mean that with all sincerity.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I know. Every time I travel and come back, I'm like, yeah, I really like it here. Got y'all some shirts?
Oh, you're awesome. We got you some swag in the back, too.
Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
There was something that I want to play around with a little bit today. So I went and worked with my instructor over at Security Gun Club last week. And it was the first time I'd worked with an instructor since I had my new handgun that has a green dot on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, I wear those shooting glasses that have the reading spectacles on the top part of it. And that's the way I always shot. In fact, when William and I would go to the range, Dad has to have his shooting goggles on.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that I was using that top part, the reader part, to focus only on the front sight. Because that's the only thing I would need the readers for, is to see the front sight.
Interesting.
Right? Because I wear readers because I can't see stuff. Stuff that's close to me is kind of blurred. I read a sign a block, 2 blocks down the street. I don't need glasses for that. So if I'm focusing on the target, do I need the glasses that help me focus on that front sight? We're going to find out today, aren't we?
Yeah. When we were in boot camp, they would have the Marines or the recruits that had glasses. They would have them remove their glasses so that the target was even blurrier and so that they could not focus on the target.
Interesting.
From a combat marksmanship standpoint, it doesn't make sense. Sure, if we're doing Olympic bullseye shooting, okay. Which, in all fairness, that's kind of what the rifle range was. It was static targets with a nice contrasting background, so it wasn't like you were shooting anything dynamic and moving.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we're training to do, so why not train like we're going to fight and practice target-focused aiming?
Yeah.
Tradition trumps logic.
Old habits die hard, you know that.
So, do you know anything about this whole NSSF pulling out of that lawsuit?
So, I'm going to tell you right now that everything I've got is from NAGR, who's pretty worked up about the whole deal, as you can imagine. And Dudley Brown, who is their president, he's a character. I like him a lot. The story I got between him and their public spokesperson is that they got this suit going on in Colorado to challenge the mag ban. The judge strikes their first expert. They're claiming the judge strikes their first expert just because he wants to mess with them, and that very well may be the case. So now they have to get an extension of time to find a new expert, and they go to NSSF. NSSF says, absolutely, we got the guy right here. Here's the report. So they submit the report, and then, of course, the state of Colorado wants to depose him, as you always get to do. And at the last minute, NSSF apparently pulled the expert and said, we're not going to allow him to be deposed. By not allowing him to be deposed, the report no longer can be admitted into evidence. Mm-hmm. And here you are, you've pled to the state of Colorado, we're going to prove this, 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 and this. And now you can't prove any of it, so that's the end of the complaint. Case dies.
Can you summarize the case?
Yeah, the case was just a challenge to Colorado's magazine ban. But what the plaintiffs in this case, which would have been NAGR, what they would have needed to establish the first step of the argument is that large capacity magazines are in common use. And I know that's like saying, well, they got to prove that the sun sets in the west. We all know that large capacity magazines are in common use. But in the courtroom, you actually have to offer real evidence that says that.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't establish that the magazines are in common use, therefore they can't even move to the second part of their argument. The suit could always be refiled under a different plaintiff's name with experts on board and ready to go, but now you're starting all over at square one. The big difference between groups like NAGR, Second Amendment Foundation, GOA, they are Second Amendment advocacy groups, and we need all of them. NSSF is a trade organization. They represent the industry. And because of that, NSSF is privy to data that nobody else can get their hands on, which is sales data, right? How many in the last number of years magazines have we sold, both with firearms and then aftermarket magazines? And so that data, when they accumulated it, they came to an estimate of almost 1 billion high-capacity magazines in circulation today.
What's a high-capacity magazine?
Well, that is anything that a liberal... right
I'm
now,
not familiar with this term.
Yeah, I know. You're a Tennessee guy.
Such an arbitrary number, too.
Well, and that's the problem. Why? What happens when they arbitrarily change that number to 5, 3, 2? You know, where's the sliding scale end? The courts who think that this thing is okay, where is the cutoff line for you? A 5-round magazine now, you're holding exactly as much as a revolver if you got one in the pipe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, their end state for capacity is 1 or more.
Yeah.
I know a lot of anti-self-defense politicians want to go after ammunition now, like making basically just cost prohibitive to even, like, yeah, you can have all the guns you want, but you can't buy the ammunition because it's now $10 a round.
Right.
Do you think that is going anywhere?
Well, I think you're going to see some states that are going to go there, and I think you're seeing a lot of courts right now that are trying to limit the reach of the Second Amendment to say it might protect the right to keep and bear an arm, doesn't protect the right to accumulate one, doesn't protect the right to have ammunition. And it's really disingenuous because there's just a litany of case law that says all the ancillary rights necessary to exercise the core right are equally protected. What I think you're going to do is you won't find it as much through legislative action as you'll find it through commercial warfare. I think they would love to get more and more foreign governments to come in and invest in these ammunition companies and buy them up and stuff like that, and then have them pull the strings on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're seeing a higher level of desperation out of them. I think you're seeing them get a little bit more crazy in their ideas because they know they're losing this battle. We're at 29 states that are constitutional carry. We've had big wins in the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court. The ATF hasn't had a single rule that's stuck since Biden became president. It's not a single ATF rule. Man, what does this look like in the fall? The leaves start changing.
Gorgeous.
When we were driving down here, I was like, can you imagine what this place looks like in late September, early October?
And we're here.
Wow. What a chunk of dirt he's got here, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is just his
shop.
Wow.
All right, let's do it. We just got to the range. You took the course.
I did.
The online course.
I did.
What did you think about it?
Well, what I really liked about it is, well, one, you use nice, simple words. It's easy to understand. But I like the small modules because it allows you to, go at your own pace, but you're not just getting inundated with so much information. I've gone to a lot of basic handgun 1 classes and things like that, and the instructors are, God bless all of them, but they're just bombarding them with information, and it's almost information overload. I like how you can kind of take it sequentially. I really like how there's just drills you can do at home, not even using a firearm, I mean, just using your thumb and stuff like that to train it.
Yeah, this will be fun. So today we got the training gun that we're going to use. We're going to do that buddy drill where you're aiming at me that we're not going to use a live gun for.
It's a good idea.
And then we're going to do some reps with the Mantis Laser Academy, and then we'll hop into live fire.
This looks awesome, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
You look at my right eye, and now take your hands and bring them up like a diamond. A little bit higher, good. Now bring it back to your eye. Good, so it went back to your right eye, so your right eye dominant.
Right eye dominant.
So what I want you to do, bring your thumb up, and when you bring your thumb up, I want you to cover my right eye with your thumb. Perfect. You see 2 thumbs?
Yes, I do.
Good, and the left one, the left ghost thumb is over my right eye, correct?
Correct.
All right, bring it back down, back up. Good. And you're doing it really well. So
Well, it's because I took your course, man.
Now we're going to jump to the dummy gun. So now I want you to aim for my right eye, getting good sight alignment, good sight picture, equal height, equal light, while focusing on my right eye. See, you can't see the front sight post, and now you should be able to see it. You got it?
Yes.
So we're going to do the drill where we focus on something blank. I don't want you to actually focus on any particular point on the target, but I do want your eyes to be converged on the target. You're going to bring the gun up, and while you're focused on the target and you have 2 ghost guns, I want you to move the gun around and move the sights around until you're getting good sight alignment. We're practicing building that sight alignment, and then we will develop that into the sight picture. And I'm going to cover up your left eye every so often. Got equal height and equal light?
Now I do, yeah.
Okay, good. And this is one of those things where if you've been trained to focus on that front sight for a while, it's so much harder for someone who's never been trained that.
Well, and that's why I
Foundation that they're
think
trying
I've
to break.
struggled a little bit since going to the green dot, because this is the first handgun I've utilized the dot on. I've always used iron sights in the past.
Yeah. When I was in the Marines, when we got EOTechs, they said these things are super blurry. I didn't know what they were talking about. Mine was like crystal clear because I'm looking at the target, but come to find out, they were actually trying to focus on
Gotcha.
that reticle of the EOTech. You gonna try it on the camera lens?
Yeah.
So right there. Remember, you're gonna be aiming for that bottom lens.
Yep.
And this way you can review it and see what's happening.
Instant feedback. This ain't gonna be good.
Notice how when you bring it up, the front sight is dipped a little bit. That's good. That was perfect. Let's do some dry fire now. Now we're going to practice with the Mantis Laser Academy. Okay, I want you to bring it up on target and then slowly press that trigger through. Okay, do it again. Slow, as slow as you can. Good. You're just going for that tan dot. Good. And you're focusing on the dot, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. 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 Now we're going to transition back to the black circle and the brown dot. I'm going to push it out a little bit further, okay?
Okay. All right, top target.
Yes, top target.
Okay.
So the black. Perfect. Remember, crystal clear target, looking passively through those sights, equal height, equal light, slowly press the trigger. Good. Keep doing it. Both eyes open. Good. Good job. What do you think?
Getting there. Getting there.
I think you're doing really good.
Okay. Hey.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, yes, some of them are peppered around the black dot, but that is still very combat effective in terms of a defensive shooting situation. And we're at about 17, 18 yards right now. That is well beyond what most people would encounter in self-defense shooting.
Right.
And so, first time trying this out.
Yeah.
So you're doing really, really good. And I'm gonna go down and move the camera downrange. No, this is really good, Bill. How close can I put my phone to This is really good.
Okay, good. Hey, if you say so.
No, it is. Look at this. Think about, you're aiming for the black.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we got some peppered outside, but look what zone you're inside.
Yeah, right.
You're inside
right.
the A zone.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're very coachable too. Like you're really receptive.
That's what my other instructor says. He's like, "You're real coachable." I was like, "Well, I come to you guys for a reason, you know."
No, it's an excellent quality because so many people, especially like men.
I get it, but you just need to know what your area of expertise is, and if you're going to see an expert about something, maybe you ought to rely on what they're telling you.
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I play one on YouTube. Load mech ready? Good. Okay, take your time. Slow press. Focusing on the target. Both eyes open. Equal height, equal light. Slowly press that trigger. Right in the black. Unless you completely miss, but I'm pretty sure it's
I
right.
don't think I would kind of know if I f***ed it up that bad. Probably shouldn't have said that on your video, but
Slowly push the trigger through. Outstanding. Beautiful. And just to be clear, you are focusing on the target.
correct.
Right. All right. Both eyes open. Both eyes open. Focus on the target. Slowly press that trigger through. Good. Good. All right, we're going to push it out more. All right. Same thing. Load mech ready. Slowly. Good. Slowly press it through. Slow down just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Remember to split that dot, that black dot, on the top of the front sight post. Okay. Good. Slowly press it through. Slower. Good. Little movement. This time, when you're pressing that trigger, I want you to press it hilariously slow.
Okay.
Okay?
Hilariously
I
slow.
want you to take ridiculous time
Ridiculous
to
time.
get through.
Okay, slow it down.
Doing really good. Slow. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
Listen to Coach. That's why.
All right. Again, just like you did. Slow. Did it click?
Yeah.
Man, that was the smoothest. If I didn't hear it, I would have no idea. I was like, was that something else? That was perfect.
I was just like, dude, that thing has got to sit still.
Do that every other time. That was beautiful.
Yeah, as I start spraying one into the ceiling now.
No, that was good. Do it again. There you go. That's it. That's it right there. That's it.
That is it.
That's it.
That's it.
Do it again, just like that. Another dummy round. Drop that thumb down. Good. Another dummy round. Slow. There you go. Sorry, I lied to you.
I know you did.
All right. Outstanding. That's great. You were at 20 yards.
Yeah, I got a couple up there.
Still,
Yeah.
that's really high center mass. You're staying well within this area. That's great.
Good.
All right.
All right.
We'll go down range. We're gonna do one more drill before lunch.
All right.
This is training for not static targets, right? We're not training for bullseye shooting. We're training for dynamic targets. Now, we don't have any targets that can move side to side.
We got William here. William, we're going to need you to go down range.
I got body armor.
It's good stuff. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
So go ahead and load up. I'm not going to give you a auditory command because in a self-defense shooting, you're not gonna have an auditory stimulus that's gonna tell you to do something. We're gonna assume that this target
Is a bad guy.
is got a knife and you're going to give him commands. All right, and begin.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
We're gonna do it again. Begin.
Stop right there, man. Dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Good. Very nice. This is awesome.
So I'm not an incompetent shooter, you're saying?
No, dude, you're really good.
Hey, William,
Yeah.
you hear that? This is good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you
letting
so
me
much
do
for
this
coming
with you.
out.
This was great.
Obviously, check out his channel if you haven't already.
Well, yeah. Hey, listen. Taylor and I have been working together off and on for a couple of months. I'm a big believer in education. You know that. That's my whole channel is
Absolutely,
about
yeah.
education. And I think that there are a lot of people who have a lot of good ideas, but it's the ability to communicate and the ability to teach it and to do it in a digestible format. And what I would really highly recommend about his target shooting course is you get to go at your own pace. You use nice, simple English. There's drills that you can do at home. Not even need a firearm. All you need is a thumb. Check it out. Check it out. You want to be a better shooter. You want to be in a position where you can protect yourself and your family and your loved ones. Check out his course. It's well worth it.
Awesome. Well, if you guys want to check out that course, you can scan this QR code or check the link in the description. Again, that's the Target Focus Training Program. But, man, thank you so much for coming on.
That was awesome.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, train to a higher standard.